Good evening. I'd like to call the April 6, 2015 Board of Public Works meeting to order. If the city clerk would please call the roll.
Alderman Nichols. Here. Alderman Taylor.
Here.
Alderman Sevenick.
Here.
Alderman Langdon.
Here.
Alderman Kian.
Here.
Alderman Zielinski.
Here.
Alderman Benner. Alderman Engelbert has been excused.
Thank you. Item C is minutes to approve. Alderman Taylor, the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes March 16, 2015.
Is there a second? Second by Alderman Benner. Any changes? Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Those minutes are approved. Next item is our discussion and action item. Item 1 is the authorization to execute the Wisconsin DOT bridge operation agreement.
I guess
Oh,
Debbie's gonna
Debbie's.
Oh.
That's all right. Anyone?
speak. Yeah, I got my light on there.
Alderman Taylor.
Okay. I'll make a motion to authorize to execute the Wisconsin DOT bridge operation agreement for fiscal year 2016.
Is there a second? Second by Alderman Kean. Mark, do you want to put it in a nutshell here for us?
Sure. This is our annual agreement with the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
By the
for
way, nice tie.
Thank you. Hopefully it's a good luck tie as well. For operating our two lift bridges, the Racine Street and Taco Street. And their fiscal year runs from July 1 to June 30th every year. There are absolutely no changes to this agreement from last year, so we are recommending approval.
Any further discussion from the council? Excuse me, from the board? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Did we need a roll call or not? No? Okay. Item 2 is then the authorization to execute state municipal agreement for the state 441 Midway Road interchange. Alderman Taylor.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion for the authorization to execute state municipal agreement for State Highway 441 Midway Road interchange.
Is there a second? Second by Alderman Kean. Mark?
Okay, for these next two agreements, we had wanted to discuss in further detail the street lighting components of these agreements, and had asked DOT if it was possible to wait on these, and they indicated they would like to have these acted on as soon as possible so they can continue the development of their plans and the design at these at both of these interchanges, but that they would pull out the street lighting portion so that we would have time to discuss those. Some of the percentages aren't really known when they're talking about percentage between the town of Menasha and city of Menasha for street lighting, depending on who services them and where the lights are located. And same goes for in the next one with city of Appleton, town of Menasha, and city of Menasha. And we will also have a future community sensitive solutions agreement to deal with both of these interchanges to determine the level of amenities that we might want. So really these are then watered down to just the actual road and highway component of these interchanges. I had expected that we would have the new language by today, but it did not come today. The person who I was working with was off last week. His first day back was today, and he did not get the new agreement language out. So what I tried to show was what the at least the monetary portion of the agreement would look like without the street lighting, and without street lighting, the city's portion is zero for these projects. So there's very minor local cost for the town of Menasha because of some sanitary sewer and water main adjustments that need to be made, as well as city of Appleton on the Oneida Street agreement. But other than that, there would be no dollar involvement for the city of Menasha, so we would recommend approval of the agreement when we'll have the revised new language available for the council at their next meeting. So if we don't do it in this sequence, then we would have to wait again 4 additional weeks because of the change of the council. So that's our recommendation at this time, my recommendation.
Alderman Taylor.
Director Radke, since we're talking about this intersection here at 441 in Midway Road, there's some stop-and-go lights that have been put up there, and apparently they're temporary, and also too at the Racine Road intersection just west of 441 and Midway Road. What is that for? For the public.
Yeah, that's
Who's paying for it?
when some of the other ramps are going to be closed. There's going to be a lot more traffic utilizing that corridor, so they felt that the existing traffic control signage would not be adequate, and they need to install these temporary traffic signals to address the changes in the traffic volumes.
And the
for
cost is
corridor.
to the state.
Yes.
Thank you.
I will remind the council and the community that it was Public Works Director Radke that said we should keep the infrastructure out there at some point. We never know when we might need it again, and there it is. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Alderman Benner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm assuming that this is coming to council 2 weeks?
Yes, it would be coming to council.
So at that time, will the amended
Yes.
numbers and everything be available for us at that time?
Yes, talking to the DOT representative, he thought he would have them to me, he said early this week. I was hoping today, but I tried to get a hold of him and he was not available, so, I'll make contact with him, but he understands that we need to have those
Yeah, as
as
long
soon
as
as
we have them by the
possible.
council meeting,
Yes,
I'm
I
comfortable
see
with it,
no
that we can
problem with that.
represent it then.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Anything further? Seeing none, let's take a roll call.
Motion carried on roll call 7-0.
Next item is the authorization to execute state municipal agreement, this time with US 10 and Oneida Street. Alderman Taylor.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion for the authorization to execute state municipal agreement for US Highway 10, Oneida Street interchange.
Is there a second? Second by Alderman Keehan. You need to add anything more for this one? No. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Motion carried on roll call 7-0.
With that, no further business. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion's been made. Is there a second? Second by Alderman Keehan. All those in favor say aye. 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 All those opposed? We are adjourned. Good evening.